Hello. We should be live now. Hello, I'm Alyssa, and I'm joined here by my awesome co-commentator, Deathless. Say hi, Deathless.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
From my awareness, we started on time for this match, so it should be getting started any time now. So I'm really excited today for some bingo. Are you excited, Deathless?
Oh yeah, very excited. We got two very good bingy players here. We got like a somewhat defending champion, and we got little OJ's protege Choom over here. So
That
it's
is
got to
true.
be exciting.
Yeah, if for those who are not aware, Python won the first bingo tournament. This is the third one. So they did not participate in the last one, but they did win the first one. And Choom is OJ's recent protege, as Deathless has mentioned. They've been playing quite a bit of bingo, so I'm really expecting this to be kind of a fun match.
Oh no, I think it's gonna be very great. I wonder. Is this a dive board?
I think I just started looking at it and I'm wondering, I'm like, this might be a dive board. Let me count the dive goals. You can say False Light Brooding Moloch is kind of like a partial dive goal, along with Spell Twister and Shaman Zone. And you could even say that Failed Champion is advantaged by going dive because you already have False Knight killed. Break the 420 Geo Rock, Goem and Garpede, Soul Eater, Soul Catcher, save the 7 Grubs and Crystal Peaks. This is also a partial dive goal. 4 Rancid Eggs is, I can't call it a dive goal anymore because of Quado Egg Tech, but it used to be kind of considered like a partial dive goal. I think that's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I don't hate dive on this board.
That's definitely enough for that's definitely enough. It's a semi dive board. I think it counts. So
yeah, we'll see if any of the players actually go dive. You can still get away without going dive on this board for sure, but
yeah,
I don't hate it if someone decides to go dive. Choom, what's Choom doing? Why is Choom paused?
Is Choom okay?
Oh, they don't have the board revealed? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. They hopefully are on the right board. Pay for 6 tolls, pay for 6 tolls. Yeah, they should be good. Yeah, I think Gory is saying 4 eggs is faster non-dive if you go to Lem, Sly, Peak, Dive, and Dark Room.
I see.
Very true.
That makes a lot of sense.
We just forgot to switch. Okay, Chrome is saying they forgot. Kara is saying they forgot to switch back to brain mode.
I see.
So we are progressing now. I think a big indicator on what they might decide to do is whether they'll look at these Geo Rocks with Python grabbing the Geo Rocks. This usually indicates that they're not going to just rush C-Dash and that they want the Crossroads Stag open right away. Which means either they are going to go dive or early Queen Station.
This might be a dive board.
Might be a dive board. I've never decided what to do by that Geo Rock. It depends.
Now, Choom is slightly behind. Is that a concern right now, or is it just still completely fine because it's early game?
It's completely fine at this point. There might also be a little bit more delayed than Python 2, so it's really hard to tell at this point.
I see. Okay.
I don't think it should matter too much, depending on their early game, but... It's also a 3-second-ish stream delay diff. Okay. Stream has a bit more delay, at least going off than they started. Okay.
I see.
Okay, Choom is also grabbing the Geo Rocks.
Yeah, they're both opting for getting Crossroads Stag, so... And Python's buying it right now, so...
So, what is if they decide not to go dive? What are some lines they could pressure? I think one of them for sure is row 5. Also, this diagonal right here is really scary if your opponent goes dive.
Oh, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, that diagonal is very scary if you go dive and your opponent goes C-dash. Because they can just honestly win off this line pretty easily.
I would think so as well, yeah.
What else? So, honestly, I don't know if it's a dive board. That diagonal is evil. Wings gives the tolls for 6 tolls. So true, Sakura.
It just might come down to,
Okay.
It might come down to late game in terms of when they get dived. I'm just really interested whether they how they're gonna time it, or when are they gonna get it in terms for those like dive goals.
Python has notably skipped dive, so they are going to potentially. I think they're probably gonna do an early Queen Station open, but we can never be 100% sure. Choom has also skipped False Night.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think there are just some scary lines. I really like doing dive somewhat early, like after C-dash potentially, and maybe after you've kind of blocked some of that TLBR line pressure.
Would you not go for wings here right after C-dash? I mean, I know that takes time to get, but
I think I like
it could
wings
be good
pretty
for
early.
access.
Wings helps with Monarch Wings and pay for 6 tolls and gives you, well, it helps with those 2 goals. It also, there's some synergy with Fungal Core Mass Shard. Not like a direct synergy, but.
Opens Crystal Guardian too as well.
Yeah, and CG2.
Yeah.
CG1, CG2 on the same line. CG2 Shade Skip.
Oh, okay.
But unlikely that if you're doing a CG2 Shade Skip that you're going to get CG1 first. Because you have to die first. General Wings just also just helps out with general movement, making it faster. That's also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I pointed out the Fungal Core Mass Shard synergy that OJ is mentioning. We also have Lost Kin on the board, along with, also on one line, Lost Kin, Monarch Wings. Like, this is a good line for, that could be scary if your opponent goes dive, even though they would probably win 3 geotests. CG2 Shade Skips synergizes with 4 eggs. Very true, because you can get that Dark Room egg. Row 4 mentioned. Oh, I forgot about row 4. Not sure if you're aware of this, but Kara has a bounty on row 4, where she will share some of her prize winnings with whoever wins by a row 4 victory.
Oh, that's interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
We might see that here.
Yeah, well, this is a pretty good row 4. It has actual synergy. We'll see, though. We'll see. We'll see. I think one thing we'll notice here is if they should probably pick up the journal, because 5 Wanderers journals is on the board.
I see. Okay.
I'd like to see that.
Where would the other journals be? Not necessarily along the route, but like any extra ones they would have to get.
I think if they do choose to do Alyssa route, that is like one of the best 5 journals you can get. You're getting the journal above Mantis Village. You're getting Palm Relic, which is like the journal near after Ogres. You're getting the Any % journal, and usually for the 5th one, we do the Kingdom's Edge journal near Cornifer. Okay, and Python missing the man pogo. That's very unfortunate.
Choom opting for Eric Pogo there, missing the fireball, but
I've seen a lot of. If they got Eric Pogo, first try. That's pretty decent. I've seen a lot of people messing it up in the tournament.
Oh, but choom getting that the other fireball skip. So
nice. Okay. They'll save
I guess it's really interesting getting the harder one but messing up the easier one.
Okay. I don't think there's any reason to kill Vengefly King on this board besides just having the Geo. I personally like killing it, but we'll see if they decide to do it. It's kind of a fast 70, 65 Geo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess the I'm guessing the big decision for Geo here would be the Moss Knight Arena, right below VFK.
Mm-hmm. Python is skipping that, and they're going for the Journal. I would be very surprised if they opened the Stag. The only reason to do it would be the 6 tolls, because there's nothing really to come back for in Green Path. And I don't even necessarily like it for 6 tolls. Okay. We have choom going to kill the Moss Knights. We'll see if they also pick up the Journal. See, 5 journals is pretty fun to go for, just because if you lose out on it, at least you have some like extra money.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think Gory mentioned it in chat. Maybe other people have mentioned it. 3,000 Geo and 5 Wanderers journals have pretty good synergy on this board.
Oh yeah, I do see that. Of course.
We love money goals. Okay, choom grabbing the Journal, not opening the Stag, and going to fight Hornet. Python is already quite a bit ahead, though.
Mm-hmm. So what tolls would they buy then if they're skipping Green Path here?
It depends. So if you're open, like they both already have Crossroads Stag. If they're just going for Lantern, then they're essentially getting King Station and the toll bench for free. So that's 3, right?
Yeah.
So for the 4th, you can always do Queen Station. Potentially, if they're opening Queen Station. Python is benching Leg Eater, so they are planning on opening Queen Station.
Okay.
But you can go in for your 5th and 6th toll, either do unlock Hidden Station and do the base and toll bench. There's also a few tolls in City you could just go for and kind of get it. You can get 3 in City right away if you want, because you can just get Cornifer, the elevator, and City storerooms.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah, it's a free 3 up in Upper City for sure. And the fact that they're going for wings, I'm guessing that like Hidden Station might be close enough.
Yeah, I think it might be okay. It depends how much they want to rush it, but we don't know for sure they're going for wings. I think Python does historically like wings, but okay. Choom also choosing to bench Leg Eater, with both routes going Alyssa. Both players going Alyssa route. I guess I approve. We have Python with a very clean Mantis Pogo. Well, in my opinion, clean. This might be the match. Throw saying there might be a match where they handshake no C-dash. I forgot Python didn't mention that. I am not approving of any C-dash handshake. If one decides to go for it and the other doesn't, I do not have any comments. Python is grabbing the journal above Mantis Village, or the journal above Claw, Mantis Village journal. So they're 2 out of 5 journals so far. We should see them fight ogres now and potentially get Polymer after. Well, it would be a very Python thing for them to skip C-dash and get wings. That is true. They have done it in seeding.
Oh, really?
Okay. Jalapeno Joe saying that Python dropped the idea.
The idea of a who knows?
Who knows? I think only choom knows. But I think it would be really funny if they both agreed to not get C-dash and one player just went and got it. Be like, yeah, sure, yeah, definitely no C-dash, and then Okay, Python grabbing Palm Relic. 3 out of 5 journals.
There we go.
Column 5 viable. I don't know. Maybe. I don't hate column 5.
Yeah, column 5 is just a lot of C peaks, and then the 3000 Geo is a very fast goal that you can get, like you said, especially with getting the 5 journals along Alyssa route. It's gonna be relatively easy for them to get the 3K Geo, but don't you need dive for one of the grubs in Crystal Peak?
Yes, you do need dive. You do need dive for the descending dark grub. So I think what you would be doing is potentially maybe getting 4 of those goals and then making your opponent do dive. But I actually don't hate dive on this board, so I don't think forcing your opponent to get dive is not super strong.
Yeah, it might be punishing a little later.
Yeah, because if they have priority on all the dive goals. Okay, Python is stagging back to Crossroads stag. Because you bench Leg Eater for Alyssa route, that's why you need Crossroads stag open early, so that you can stag back to Crossroads stag. Otherwise, you'd be warping back to Leg Eater bench for fun. I'm not sure if Python grabbed Well Relic. I don't know if anyone in chat saw that. You don't need it with 5 journals, but you don't need it. But I'm just wondering if they grabbed it. He did not. Okay, so
yeah,
Python is rushing 5 journals, which I think is fair. You do not need the extra money from Wellick if you have all the extra journals.
Yeah, it's very possible that like during the routing he just did the quick math in his head and just
What? They didn't open Crossroads Stag. I completely missed that. They grabbed the Geo for it and then didn't open it. How did I miss that?
Maybe it might have been a mistake. Maybe they just forgot.
I think it's a mistake. It's definitely a mistake. They benched Leg Eater. It's not the end of the world though. Grab the Wellick, yeah. We don't want to warp back to Leg Eater bench. I think we're just gonna go down from here. It must be a match nerve things. We had a kind of a little bit of a choom forgot. Oh no, I can't believe I missed that though. I noticed they grabbed Geo at the beginning. I didn't notice them actually skipping it.
Yeah, I did notice that they grabbed the required 50.
Okay. Choom is gonna open Crossroads Stag now though. Yeah, it'll put them... They think they were already behind, so this is pretty rough. It's going to be very demotivating for them when they see that 5 journals mark, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No. We open Crossroads Stag. We do that now. Okay, thank you, Choom. They're hearing me from the future, or from the past. They're 10 minutes in the future for it. Yeah, that's going to be rough. Yeah, throw that mental was right. That mental has gotta hurt, yeah. I can hear Alyssa's brain anxiety. Okay, Python is grabbing the 4th journal, which is any % journal. I expect them now to go to King Station, bench, and then grab the Kingdom's Edge journal. They seem very locked in on that goal. It's a really good goal on this board, so I understand.
What do you think Python would get for... I say that for extra Geo, but, you know, Python's getting some seals. Yeah, the 3K is definitely going to be an easy goal to get right after Lab.
Yeah, I think they might be right at... I think they might be a bit short for 3K. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they might be a little bit short. But with the money from CG1, they should easily be able to get it.
Yeah.
Unless Choom rushes it. Okay. We got the 5th journal with Python should be marking the first goal on the board.
There you go.
Thank you. Shout out to Kara for being the match coordinator for this match and setting up the replay bot. I wonder if Python is going to do Quado Egg Tech. It's possible for sure. If my guess would be Python is going to go for 6 tolls Monarch Wings, but we can't know that for sure.
Would you get the other 3 tolls as you're going up after Lem here? Like, when would we exactly get these tolls?
It depends. Like, I don't think it's like the worst play to get them right now. I think I'd potentially rather prioritize Monarch Wings and CG1, but you could get them right now. Like, that would be a play that you could do. Like, I wouldn't really disapprove of that. I just think that there's a good chance they're going to prioritize CG1.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. Python. Yep, there's... Okay, missing right side rafters. I don't think we've seen right side rafters this tournament. I think we've been waiting for the Quado match to be able to see it. Okay. One too many peaks there.
Python was definitely trying to give us a taste.
Okay. Oh. Okay, and getting rafter seal. Oh, this is... Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is not...
Python, please.
Not wanting to die on rafters like some of our previous contestants. Or previous runners.
It would have been very interesting to see him die there. I think at that point, him and Choom would have definitely been a lot closer. In terms of on their way to CG1, so...
Yeah, true. Okay, so they should actually have plenty of money for that 3,000 geo. Which I do expect them to kind of block in right now. I think this is gonna, unfortunately, be very demotivating to Choom. This is gonna show that they're buying Lantern. Nope, we're not getting it. We're not getting 3,000 geo.
Okay.
This will give Choom the opportunity to grab it. Choom also, because the 5 journal marks was so early, they know they don't need to get the Kingdom's Edge journal. Oh, wow, was that?
Choom with right side rafters.
Choom with the right side rafters.
Let's go. And the little nod. We love to see it.
Crazy. Were they the first? I think they're the first person in the tournament to get it. That has to be motivating for them.
That is so nice to see. Even down, probably knowing they're a little behind.
Okay. They also
they're probably
have
feeling
money
good after
for
that.
3,000 geo. I think we're gonna see them potentially. We'll see what are they doing. This might be eggs and tolls. Which I think when you know you're this behind, I don't hate it. They know that, or they knew from the 5 Wanderers Journal mark that they were quite behind.
Yeah. So probably giving up
CG1. They're definitely
the CG1 race and the Crystal Heart race, knowing you're going to lose and setting up for some other goals is going to be...
Let's see. This is going to be either dive or tolls. I'd prefer to see tolls at this point.
Yeah, it might be a little early for dive.
Yeah, I think there's some dangerous lines, and I think tolls is in a really good spot. That's what I would prefer to see, but we'll see what they actually do. It's a tolls play. There's nothing else you can do over here.
Yeah.
As none of them have Elegant Key. Great. So, wait, no, we opened the toll. What are we not?
Choom?
Choom?
I mean, I was expecting to open the 3 tolls here, and then at least you would have stag room in the back pocket, so you don't have to go from kings.
Yeah, I think City Storms is fine. I mean, they already... Okay. They haven't opened kings yet. I do want to mention. Well, did they open kings?
I would assume they've done if they've done the Alyssa route correctly, then.
Well, usually you warp back and you open kings.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so they're opening city storerooms. He bought. Yeah, I'm a bit confused by this. I think I would have just opened the corner for one. Like
they might be feeling the pressure here a little bit.
Yeah.
Despite the rafters.
We can just warp back. Be benched.
Yeah. It's also very possible that.
Yeah, they don't have kings. Choom. Yeah, this is some. I think there's definitely some nerves coming into play here.
Yeah.
Because they were.
Do you think they might have skipped some of the tolls and just kind of like switched decisions last second to get C dash?
I mean, I think they already went to city storerooms, so they could have just got that goal.
Yeah.
Choom, I believe in you. I put 20 channel points on you.
That's so no.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is not a good spot for Choom. They're gonna get this. They're prioritizing this eggs goal. This is their second egg. And you can get another one in Crystal Peaks. You can get the Darkroom egg. I would have preferred to see other things. I think, yeah.
Like the tolls?
Yeah, I would have preferred to see the tolls.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Python just going for tolls plus Monarch Wings, which is going to put them in a great spot. Yeah. Maybe Choom is cooking something. I think though you do want to block lines. I think if you're gonna cook, make sure to block the lines that are easy to get lined on. Okay, Python not opening the base until a bench. They're just going straight for wings. And Choom making their way up to C dash.
Is Python not opening the toll knowing that he could probably get 3 in storerooms?
I'm not sure why. It's an expensive toll. They might have like other plans for their money.
I see.
I think dash slash and 1 extra soul vessel fragment. I still think I would prefer to see the toll because 6 tolls is on the board. It's a goal. You're spending like less than 800 to get the rest of the tolls.
But
that's
why it would make more sense to have Choom to get the geo goals, because I mean Python would probably have to like think more about the money, but Choom didn't have to worry about the 3K, so
yeah, they actually had it. They could have gotten it.
Yeah.
And we have Python fighting Broken Vessel. Choom is about to get C dash.
That is a interesting pattern for the cascade with those nail cancels. I definitely will be stealing that later.
Nice. Python making it look very easy. They do have Shaman Stone, so it's not too bad. And Choom getting C dash. I wonder what they will plan to do now.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too as well, because like you said, after the tolls,
they can always go back and open the tolls, I guess. But I think they're gonna go in. Oh, they're gonna block row 4. Okay, I see.
Oh.
I think they can just buy their final egg at Sly, which I think they're gonna do. Okay.
I really hope Choom goes tolls just after this.
I hope so too. Yes, and 4 rancid eggs.
There we
and
go.
The row floor dream is blocked.
And then getting the key. Great.
I
Okay,
like
this
it.
is good.
Well, they're not going to have any money for 6 tools now. So, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Dive is strong on this board, so...
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I think I just would have liked to see 6 tools blocked, but I don't want to be a broken record. I think killing Norman too and then buying the tools, I mean... I don't know.
One thing that does trip me up about seeing all the eggs is that usually for hitless runs, we run on Steel Soul so that we get money for eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some reason I just associate eggs with Geo a lot. And so I was like, yeah, Choom has enough money for sure with all the eggs, right?
That's true.
But
they do also have a simple key, which I'm not sure what they need for.
Yeah, I was questioning the simple key as well.
It might have been a flex to show that they don't die in key room.
I don't know. I don't know if I would be doing. The rafters was, I think, enough of the flex.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah.
Also, why isn't Choom equipping Shaman Stone? That is also a good question.
It just might be nerfs.
Both players opting for Shade Soul. Neither have opened 6 tolls, even though Python did open the Cornifer bench.
Is it possible Python might have expected Choom to go for 6 tolls?
I don't know. You're like right. You've been right next to a few tolls, so I don't really see the con in just benching and coming back potentially. Like, it is a goal. It does take if you have a plan, then maybe. Let's see. Choom is benching, equipping Shaman Stone.
Shaman, yay!
And I think
dive.
We're going dive.
Dive.
Go and dive. We already pointed out all the dive goals earlier, so
yeah, I don't hate this for Choom. Choom probably knows he's behind a little bit, and getting dive will give him like extra choices on where to go. Especially, it would probably help him with the nerves, give him a little bit more flexibility on trying to even out the score.
I've started all the goals I think that dive is going to help them with now. Python not getting dive. They just wanted Shade Soul. I thought they were going to head towards dive for some reason. But they might have a line in mind. This Spell Twister Shaman Stone mark is going to give Python a lot of information. Like, they might actually think that they just went dive in the beginning, but... Yeah, a very clean hell room from Choom also, as Throw mentioned in chat. Okay, and we see Python heading towards edge. Oh, and Python got 6 tools. I think we missed it, or I missed it. Oh,
we might have, yeah.
Yeah, they just got 6 tools as Choom marked Spell Twister Shaman.
Probably buying the toll with Norman Geo.
That's true. Well, oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, because you do get, I always forget, you actually get 200 Geo for killing Norman. So Choom could have, I think I see what people were saying now.
Yeah.
Clean Soul Master fight from Choom with Shade Soul. It's pretty fast. And I think Python going for Dash Slash. This comes at a fortunate time for Choom because now they have dive. They can just block column 1 with Soul Eater, Soul Catcher.
Mm-hmm.
I think though, if Python goes Dream Nail and Howling Race, they're just gonna win off top left, bottom right. Choom skipping the relic, which I'm kind of fine with because they don't really need money for the rest of the goals.
Definitely fine with it.
Yeah, they have 600 geo. I think the only thing they would need it for is 1 extra soul vessel, but it gets pretty expensive. / for no hell room. That's true. That's true. Python going for race. I think they see the top left, bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
But will Choom see it? That is the question.
I'm wondering if Choom is more focused on column 1 at the moment, like you said, with Soul Eater and Catcher.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, exactly. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think.
Which I wouldn't personally be because of maybe it's hindsight bias, but Lostkin does take time. So I'm just kind of wondering.
Well, they already have. We know that they already have Monarch Wings from the mark.
Mm-hmm.
So they could just
like,
have.
Why not Lostkin? Exactly.
So, yeah. So that's a pretty fast mark for them. I think they should know they have advantage on dive because they got Spell Twister Shaman Stone.
Yeah.
I think though that right now we want to see potentially Dream Nail from Choom. I think that's the only way to block TLBR or Deep Nest Stag. What are we doing? What are we doing, Choom? I don't know why we're going this way. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't think they know either.
It's just deciding, yeah. The nerves might be hitting.
Maybe wait. I think. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing over here.
And
like we
Python,
bench, we can just work back.
Understands. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think Python is going for Deep Nest Stag.
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything else
so.
they can go for over here. I thought they did bench, but maybe they didn't.
Hopefully Choom recognizes how close Wraiths and Deep Nest is and goes for Glowing Womb.
I think that might be the play. They're going for Dream now. I don't think there's anything else you can get over here.
Yeah.
But they'll definitely be the first to Dream Nail if they go for it right now.
Yeah, no, I think Python understands that too, and will probably even like let Choom get Glowing Womb and just kind of use it as a distraction for a little bit.
Yeah. With Dream Nail, Choom is going to have advantage on Failed Champion, Soul Eater, Soul Catcher, Glowing Womb Grimchild, Parry Revok.
I would even say Lostkin.
Oh, Lostkin,
Python
definitely
didn't have
Lostkin.
any benches. Yeah. Python doesn't have quick access to
You're right.
Basins,
they did not unlock Hidden Stag unless I missed it, which is definitely possible. Mass Maker. Okay. Wait, no. Did they mark it? Yep, they marked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Throw is saying in chat that Python has more goals, but Choom has a lot more priority, which I definitely agree with. So Choom is going to have priority on all of the goals that I've starred with Dream Nail. But I do kind of expect, I do really expect Python to go for a Dream Nail right after this. I would be absolutely shocked if they don't go straight for Dream Nail.
I really hope Python doesn't go for CG2. that might scare choom into doing the Crystal Peak grubs, especially because he already has dive, and might go as like a reaction if you can see column 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that would definitely be Python's like maybe one of Python's next plays, just to kind of scare choom into doing the grub goal. That just takes a little time and gives more time for Python to catch up in terms of priority. Of course, he doesn't know that, and we do. But
we also have to mention that Python has 9 goals. That means they just need to block all the lines for choom and get 4 goals to win.
Mm-hmm.
So Deathless, not Deathless. Choom is just gonna, I think, grab this Soul Catcher goal pretty fast. Oh, yeah. And getting the Geo Chest. Good synergy. Grab the Geo Chest. So they now have 2 out of 3 Geo Chests. And this will at least indicate to Python that they weren't faking about dive.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see, I don't know why we need to go back through here. That's definitely, we can just go and do Glowing Worm Group Child. I don't think there's any reason to go back through here. They don't have kings, but I think I'd potentially like to see anything else. Just because, I mean, I think they might just not see TLBR.
Yeah.
That could be a
possibility.
They might think every line is blocked. I think that's the only reason you don't go for Glowing Worm from Child right away. Yeah, I think they just don't see it. Maybe they're worried about 420 Geo Rock. But I think they should know that Python doesn't have dive at this moment. Just because they've been marking goals the whole time. And we know they were just in Deep Nest. Let's stack to Dirtmouth. Dirtmouth. Forgotten Crossroads, same thing. We're going for Glowing Worm first. You bench. I'm really hoping it's not a False Night Brooding Molly play. That's the other thing it could be. Because that could be like a False Night Brooding Molly 3 Geo Chest play, but they really need Glowing Womb at this point to block that diagonal. Okay, they're going for it.
There we go, nice.
I hate this arena personally. I hate it. I am one of the worst. I think I had the worst bingo hand in the bingo server. I've died on repeat to this arena with Shade Soul.
I'm not gonna lie, I would probably die to this arena. I don't have any muscle memory when it comes to this arena. I've probably only been in here either during casual randos or the few playthroughs I've done of this game.
Yeah, it's trivial for most binky players, but not for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Choom grabbing Glowing Womb and benching Dirtmouth. That indicates Glowing Womb Grimchild, while Python is going for dive. I think we have Python looking at row 2 potentially with this dive play. I think they know that their opponent has priority on Dreamnail and dive, and maybe they're gonna feel potentially
even the score here.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow, I called it.
You called it?
Called it.
Oh, dash slash for
yeah, with the whole with Python using potential lines to even priority.
Yeah, that's usually what people do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see like Choom do Grimchild and then potentially block the remaining lines.
Mm-hmm.
I think 420 Geo Rock is definitely pretty fast. But there's a good chance that Python also just does column 5. They go CG2 into Crystal Peak Scrubs. Yeah. Otherwise, if they just wanted to bait it, they wouldn't get dive here.
That is very true. Yeah, now that Python does have dive, that it is the potential for a win here.
So this is going to be really scary for Choom.
Mm-hmm.
We have, okay. Dream nailing. Now we just have to do the lantern. Make sure it's lit before warping out. Once it lights, you can warp out immediately. You do not have to wait for a cutscene. Unless, I think the only reason you wait for the cutscene is if you want to, afterwards go and do other things in Cliffs, which I think Choom does. I think the only thing remaining in Cliffs that they would actually want is the idol, but they are skipping the. Yeah, I'm not sure where they're going.
Choom,
boulder shell test.
Oh.
Yeah, 3 geo tests. Brilliant.
Nice. Okay.
That is pretty good. Okay, but Tim, real talk. What real talk, Tim? Why does that one count and Junk Pin does not? I think there's just because it made the gold too easy. If you could just go to Junk Pit and unlock 3 of them. Okay, Python leaving Sanctum. And Choom marking. Choom marking Glowing Woman Grimchild, blocking that diagonal.
What are you doing, Choom?
City
7. I think he knows he needs the 7 grubs, and he's doing it early.
Okay. Yeah, Python has options right now. They can go for they have line pressure on Fungal Core Mass Shard, break the 420 Geo Rocks, and 7 grubs on Crystal Peaks.
Yeah.
So they can do either.
And it seems.
So this is kind of just like a.
Choom might have chosen the wrong one because like. If Python gets the 420 Georock, Choom can't. Choom needs wings.
Yeah, that's true.
For Fungal Core, so.
We'll see if we can see. Yeah, it might be GG when 420 Georock is marked, unless they really think that Choom is getting wings, which I don't really think they're going to.
420. Yeah, it was hard for Choom to like decide, but honestly, like, yeah, the only possibility was probably getting that 420 Georock.
Yeah.
And then just like, it's just hard because they just don't have wings, so they just and when you have column 5 and row 2, like those 2 remaining spots, CG2 and Fungal Core having wing priority, like it's hard to decide. And hard. You're just gambling at that point. It's tough.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a gamble. Okay. Choom rescuing the Mimic Grub. With Python going for 420 Georock. Oh, please don't die to this rock, Python. That would be embarrassing.
There we go. It would have been really funny if he did.
It would definitely be a first.
Did it not mark? Oh, no, it did. It's just, I think the
bot is
our board on stream did not mark it. There we go.
Okay. Okay, and then Python is going for Fungal Core Mass Shard. Choom just continuing on their merry way to rescue the seven grubs and Crystal Peaks, just because you can't really stop Fungal Core Mass Shard at this point. You just kind of have to hope they're baiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tim is right. He's saying that you have to do 420 Geo Rock into CG2 Shade Skip, but it's still a majority. It loses to majority, and I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like you're in Choom's position, you'd probably rather lose to majority than like than the line, but
yeah, I think yeah, it's kind of unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
They've gotten a respectable 5 goals, and they had lead on a lot of goals. This was actually not too bad of a match.
Definitely not. Python is just
Python.
A very strong player.
They won a tournament for a reason.
Yeah.
I think Choom has made some pretty good decisions. Like, this was definitely a 50-50, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just tough for Choom. Literally from the start, just playing on reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Okay. And that's GG.
GG.
Kara has informed me that both players want post-game interviews, so let's bring in Python first. I don't... Move to... Hello, Python. Congratulations on winning the match.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yippee.
Congratulations. Did you have a line in mind when you first started, or were you just going for trying to go for just essentially a majority play?
So I was like, there's 0-4. It's kind of strong. I don't know if I will, like, I don't want to worry too much about it. It's like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, cool. I don't care enough. I can just play my game, not do anything fancy. I didn't notice, until I marked Mask Maker, didn't notice that I had the diagonal.
Gotcha.
So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I apparently have line pressure. I'm just gonna go and chill.
Nice.
Yeah, we definitely did. We definitely did notice, like, as soon as you kind of had line pressure and you used it to your advantage, in order to just kind of like get more of a lead. So good on you for that. Of course, it was
nice.
Well,
expected of a champion as yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think the main point, like, the reason why I didn't at all like go for Gloom Shield, I saw Leader Catcher, was like, okay, he has dive super, he's probably marking that goal at some points faster than I do, so I'm just not gonna bother. And I'm gonna prep Dream Hill and dive, and then I have access to every goal, and yeah.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good play. I'm gonna move Choom in here now. Hello, Choom.
Hello.
Good job. Good try.
Thank you.
You were in a kind of a tough position from the beginning, but I think you did pretty well.
Thank you. I tried.
Did you have any thoughts going into this match, or like with this board?
There's only so much that you can expect, really. Python's a very skilled runner, and I started kind of recently, and Python's helped me a lot with like getting to know Bingy, so it's like a student versus the master, but the student is like 2 years old.
That's a very funny way of putting it.
Thank you.
So I think you had a pretty interesting early game. Was there a reason that you opened city storerooms early, but you didn't go for 6 tolls, which we thought you might do? Was there a particular reason for that, or just decided not to go for it?
Six tolls kind of wasn't on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I was more so thinking that I needed to get Shade Soul in case I had to contest some of the boss goals like Failed Champ or Lost Kin, because I'm not comfortable doing Failed Champ with VS Shaman.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that was my main question for Deathless. Do you have any questions for Choom or Python?
Choom, I really did like you going for dive and D-nail to kind of open up the board for yourself. How are you feeling after that? Did you know that you were still kind of just yeah, just how did you feel after like you opened up the board? And how did you feel seeing the TLBR kind of react that you had to do there?
I had so many lines on my brain. I was scared of column 1, I was scared of row 2, I was scared of column 5, and I was scared of TLBR. I was just terrified, to be honest.
Understandable. Understandable.
I definitely early game I was freaking out because of some tech issues we had before the scene, and then that I think probably is the reason why I ended up forgetting to buy Crossroads Stag and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But,
I thought that might have been it.
I remember fighting False Knight and thinking, oh shit, this is a dive board. And I didn't full kill False Knight. So it was on my mind to like get dive even if it wasn't optimally.
It's debatable whether it was a dive board, but you definitely, this was more of a dive board that I've seen before.
I saw some crazy row 1, row 3 dive pressure. I was really hoping that I would get a crack at row 3, but Massmaker did definitely. I was not in a place to contest that, and Python was.
Yeah, my concern was if you think your opponent is going dive, then you just win on TLBR.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my thought process going in if you rewatch it, but also we pointed out all the dive synergy. But yeah, I think I really liked your play to get dive pretty early on this board, Choom. And I liked Python's play to get Monarch Wings early too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to call attention to the fact that Python taught me how to do right side rafters.
Yes, I think we're the first person in this tournament to get right side rafters, unless I'm missing something, which is definitely possible. Which we did mention. We did mention if you watch it back, you got your props for it.
I think I'm the first person to go to 1 HP in rafters.
No, we had we did have a death in rafters yesterday.
Oh, that's okay.
But right. Yeah, that was Python had a much different rafters. It was very entertaining. Well, and scary and terrifying for everyone involved. It's never.
It's just nice seeing them both like about 30 seconds to a minute apart of just like Python attempting it and just like it just kind of like everything's kind of going wrong and then just Choom just casually just doing it.
Yeah, we're we're saving right side rafters for the Quado match, but nope, Choom just nailed it.
Yeah, my my excuse is that it's cold, so my hands are shaking and I'm not inputting correctly. That's that's my excuse. Do with that what you will.
I'm going to so. I think it was a really good match. Thanks you for calming Deathless. Thank you, Kara, for match coordinating. Shout out to everyone who's been watching and the Bingy server in general. If someone wants to do the Bingy Discord in Twitch chat, I will want to mention we have a match in 50 minutes of Gory versus Zach, which should be a fun match, and Deathless will also be commentating that match. So we will be back very soon, so don't go too far. But I think we're going to end stream for now while we prepare for that match. So talk to everyone later. Zach is in chat. Fun. Okay. In 14 hours, it's my match too. Yes, the match is in 14 hours.